Like, I don't want to feel like I'm in a therapy session with you every time I'm watching stand-up. I'm just concerned for the people involved because I feel like that's going to actually leave lasting damage. How can you truly be vulnerable with a camera in your face? I feel like for each episode, he had what he wanted to do and how he wanted it to look. So he made whatever happened. He knew he wanted to episode his dad. He knew he wanted to confront him about all these things. And that's what he did, which is very strange. There's nothing wrong with him telling the story or whatever, but when your dad don't want to talk about it on camera and you're forcing it, that's actually insane to me. That's not always reality. There's always not a solution, and there's not always not a wrap-up. So that's another way why it doesn't feel authentic. Everybody got stuff with their parents, but doing it on camera, especially when your parent is uncomfortable. Welcome. Today we're going to be talking about JERROD CARMICHAEL as a stand-up, his previous show and his current show. So we're going to start with JERROD CARMICHAEL as a comedian overall. I've always liked JERROD CARMICHAEL. I've always liked his stand-up. His latest stand-up, I believe it's his latest stand-up. It's the latest stand-up I've seen is Nathaniel. I liked it, but it seemed different from what he has done in the past. I feel like he's making a hard left to how Dave Chappelle is. Like, Dave Chappelle's stand-up wasn't always like it is now. I feel like he's making that turn. So I did like it because it was the first stand-up like that he has done, and it was like him, like basically a therapy session, an intimate moment with him in the crowd, them talking back, which I really don't necessarily like the crowd talking back, but in this one I don't think I would like it going forward. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I don't think I would like going forward, but since this is the first time he did that, and how authentic he was and vulnerable he was, I liked it, but going forward, I don't think I like it. Like on his current show, when he, talks to the crowd, it's cool, but I don't know if I would want to watch that as a full stand-up. Now, maybe if you're in the crowd, that's cool because y'all are connecting with him in that moment, but watching it, I don't think it would feel as intimate or as connected. The previous show he had with David Allen Greer, that was a good show. I watched the show. I liked that show. It was really good. Like, he did good on that. Usually when shows are like that, like old school vibes, state things, like a live crowd, they usually aren't that good, but he actually did that good. I haven't seen it obviously in a minute since it's been on. It's been a long time, but I did watch. I did like it. I think he did that well. Like, usually when shows be trying to be how old shows were, sitcoms vibe, it don't usually be good, but with him, he did that well. So we're going to talk about his new show. I feel like JERROD is a really good creative, so the show is done really, really well. Like, it's shot very well. The overall concept of the story is really well. The overall idea of it is really well. I like, when episodes are named one word or something like very specific, like have a theme. So yes, it's done really well. It don't necessarily feel like a reality show. It feel like I don't want to say a scripted reality show because it ain't scripted, but it doesn't feel super authentic only because there are cameras around and he says that he needs them, but it's like you had all this time to contact Tyler, the creator, and talk to him, but you waited. You had a show to talk to him and do it on camera. And obviously, you feel more comfortable on camera, but that doesn't mean people feel more comfortable on camera. Like, yes, Tyler is a performer and a rapper, but that doesn't mean he wanted to have the conversation on camera. Yes, he did agree, but I think people around him are agreeing because they do, love him. And not Tyler, but like his dad, which I'm gonna get to. His dad, like, obviously he's paying for their house and funding them, and they want to keep, their relationship with him, and he's probably doing a lot for them. So they feel like they have to do the show. Not Tyler again, but like his friends and family. They probably feel like they have to do the show. Like, it's good. It's great watching as a consumer, but you want to do it, but you also have to be mindful of what other people want to do. Yes, they're agreeing to do it, but just because somebody agreed to do something doesn't mean they want to do it. And yes, I get they're adults and they can make their own decision, but you have to look at why they're making the decision there, because they don't want to upset you, because you do probably finance things and give people opportunities, and it is a show, so I'm pretty sure they're getting paid for it, which they probably, want the money. I just want to skip. I'm gonna go to like the episode about his boyfriend, then the episode about his friend I want to get to, but I want to skip to the fourth one real quick, the one with his dad, because that one was like a lot. You can tell his dad, I feel like his dad is more accepting than his mom, although JERROD says he talked to his mom more. I feel like his dad is more accepting just from looking at it so far, because I know I'm pretty sure there's going to be an episode with his mom later on. I feel like his dad seems way more accepting than his mom. The dad is probably just going along with the mom because, it's usually when there's a woman and they're so religious, the husband just kind of just go along. I feel like his dad is like, yeah, I'll meet him. Not only are you saying that you're gay and it's hard for older people to accept what they should, I think, accept, but you're also bringing into element of race, which makes another layer of what is hard for people to accept. Not only you bring home a man, you bring home a white man. It's like harder to accept. Although I think people should accept it, I'm just saying it's harder. And then him showing his dad a picture of his out. Who would do that? Even if he was straight, he wouldn't show his dad a picture of his girl half naked. Like, why would you do that? And that's what I'm saying. It don't feel authentic. Because in real life, would he really do that, or did he just do that for the cameras? And he's also a comedian, so he thought it's funny. But you have to look at it from your dad's perspective. I would never do that. Who would do that? Straight people wouldn't even do that. Why would you show a picture of your partner and they're half naked? That's crazy. And then he's describing all the different, like, bears and twinks and all this other stuff to his dad. I'm like, that's really irrelevant. He don't need to know that. It's like, you want to rate a relationship with your dad, but you're focusing so much on gay culture, which is cool. But if you want a relationship with your dad, try to have a relationship with him first. Like, build that connection, then you can start to slowly intertwine. There's straight people don't even talk about their relationship with their parents, honestly. So it's like, you need to know how to deliver it to them, and I don't think that's the proper way. And that's how you know the dad want to be accepting. Like, he's not saying much, but he also not trying to make Jerrod feel bad. Like, I don't know what he did in the past, so I'm just judging based on the episode. Like I said, he probably just going on with what the mom say. But he seemed accepting to me. He was like, yeah, I'll meet him. And then Jerrod was like, well, in the house I pay for, in the house I pay for. But he already said he'll meet him, so why do you keep saying that? Once somebody say something, maybe he didn't feel it in the past, but it also takes people time to, try to understand things and adjustment. If they thought you were straight all this time, ain't like you came out when you was younger. If they thought you were straight all the time, then they find out you're gay. It's like harder for them to probably, understand it. Then once they understand it, you're focusing too much on the past. Maybe they said they didn't want to meet your boyfriend in the past, but now they're here and they're saying, yeah, we'll meet him. And like I said, he could be standing in front of the camera, could not, I don't know. But and he apologized to him while they was eating dinner. So I'm like, I don't know what's more that he really wants from him. Like, he even agreed to go on his trip. Like, yes, he probably did it for other reasons. Like I said, he don't want to make Jerrod feel a certain way. And then I want to hear him see to the end, because that literally infuriated me when Jerrod was talking to him about the other family. Yes, he was wrong for doing the other family. And yes, of course you want to have that conversation with him, but choosing to do that on camera, especially when he didn't want to, and he felt so uncomfortable. He was like, oh, is this going to be on camera? I don't want to have this conversation on camera. Like, if you really want to have a conversation with your dad, you wait till the camera to do it. You can tell his dad was uncomfortable. And the fact that he still put it in the show, although his dad was very uncomfortable, he just worried about his own feelings. And yes, obviously that was wrong. You going to school with your brother, and you didn't know, and him having an outside family, yes, of course all that's wrong. But having it on camera, especially for the first time, it'd be different if you already had that conversation and got through it, and then you brought it to camera. But to first have it on camera is actually crazy. It's like, do you really want this conversation? Do you want the content? He's like, well, I feel more comfortable. I feel more comfortable. Yeah, but he don't feel comfortable. So you're not going to get genuine answers, the genuine feeling, if he don't feel comfortable about that subject. So why are you badgering him? And like his dad's like, can I go home now? Because you can tell he's like obligated to do the show. He didn't want to do it. Like, I just feel so bad for the dad. It's like, yes, obviously he's wrong for that, but how you went about it was also wrong. And that was crazy to me. I'm like, why did you do that? And like I said, it's shot really well. He's a comedian, so it's going to have comedic elements to it. But it's like, that was very selfish. It's like, and I get maybe this whole show is about him being selfish, but it's like, you still ain't worked through it because you still put it out. Like, you could have asked a question and then did a cutaway or fade away, or like, you could have did something to show that y'all had conflict about it, but not going into depth about it. Like, that was crazy. Like, you're too creative not to figure out another way to do that. Then the episode with his boyfriend, I think it was the second episode. There ain't really much to it. He tried cheating on his boyfriend. Okay. And every episode he cheating on his boyfriend, so I don't really. People keep saying he don't like black men, but he like Tyler. So, I don't know. But Then in his joke, he's like, well, I don't feel like he said it on the show and in an interview, but he's like, he's not procreating with them, so it shouldn't matter. Like, he's not building a black family, but you're still putting your wealth in another family, especially if y'all end up getting married. But anywho, child, he can make an excuse for all he want, but whatever. Third episode with his friends, that was a really good episode. Like I'm saying, the episodes are good, but these are real people. So this is not like, you're not saying this is scripted. So these are real people with real feelings, and how he's displaying it is weird. Like, you brought your friend out probably just to shoot this episode. Like, you brought her out thinking she gonna stay in New York. Maybe the joke's on us and this ain't really true, but how you present it, like, oh, come stay with me. When if you know you're alone, you know you don't want people to stay with you, why would you have her stay with you? Or why would you have her move out there when you know she don't have the means to survive on her own, like financially? Like, that's crazy. Then you bought her apartment, which was great. That's what I would have did in the first place, bought her apartment. But you only got it for a month. So after the month, was she gonna be on the street, or she gonna have to go back when she already uprooted her whole life? And actually, his friend could actually act. Like, I was shocked. Usually when people want to do stuff that they friends do or family do that's already like successful, it usually don't be good. But she actually did. Honestly, she better than him as an actor. I mean, like, I'm not saying he bad as an actor, but she's better than him. Like, her range was better than what I've seen him give. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah, she actually doing good. So, and yeah, he got her to audition at the end. But I feel like, obviously, if you see your friend really good and you're the one pushing her to do it, you should maybe make more opportunities for her. Like, I'm sure you're gonna make a movie again on the show and you can get her cast. Like, yeah, she's gonna have a credit on this show, which is good, but maybe somebody will call her after that, because this is a good credit to have, which is, I'm sure, why she did it, because it's benefiting her to do it. But so that was just a lot. Like, everybody got stuff with their parents, but doing it on camera, especially when your parent is uncomfortable, like, that made me like, I don't know, that was not the thing to do. Not the thing to do at all. And I feel like some people do stuff, they feel like it's making the other person look bad, but it ends up making them look bad. And I feel like this is what the situation, you did this to me, you did this to me. Yes. But if somebody telling you, yeah, I'm cool with having a conversation, I just don't want to have it on camera, and you still force it on camera, you still put it out to the world to embarrass your dad, that's actually insanity to me. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with him telling his story or whatever, but when your dad don't want to talk about him on camera and you're forcing it, that's actually insane to me. But like I said, overall, yes, the show is good. Like I'm saying, it's good to watch. It's shot amazingly. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's hard to be authentic and stuff be on the fly when you know you have to get stuff from different angles. And I don't know how many times they probably repeat and doing stuff. It's like, it's not really the Truman Show or like a reality show. It has that vibe, but it's not actually that. I feel like for each episode, he had what he wanted to do and how he wanted that to look. So he made whatever happened. He knew he wanted to episode his dad. He knew he wanted to confront him about all these things. And that's what he did. With that video of them at the end, I love like old footage of like people back in the day, like in the 90s, maybe even the 80s, like old footage. Like, I love that. I wish more parents would have did that. Now, obviously, it's easier because we have phones, but I just love stuff like that. Seeing him wrestle him. So I see, he was a good dad. Like, yes, him having another family, but it's crazy. And he's acting like he haven't met them yet. How you just always haven't met them yet? Oh my goodness, I forgot about the friend that he missed his friend's wedding to eat or to buy a shirt. And he said, oh, I need a black shirt, and he still ended up having a white shirt. So I'm like, what did you go buy? And because in the pictures he had a white shirt on, but he said, oh, I need a black shirt. Like, and guess what he did at the end about saying how much his friend means to me? Yeah, that's cool, but you have to show and prove. You missed his wedding. It'd be different if y'all weren't friends or you had no attention on that person being your life, but and you were right there to miss his wedding. It's crazy to me. Especially miss his wedding for nothing. It wasn't like, oh, my flight got delayed. You were literally right there. Like, that was crazy to me. And of course, when he that made him look bad, he could have missed it for the show, child. I don't know. Like, I feel like he's that crazy because he wanted to show how selfish he is. So he missed the wedding purposely. I'm like, well, I'll just make it up to him. And of course, people don't forgive him because probably who he is and opportunities that he can give them, and they want him around as a friend, which is wrong on their part too. But it's like, you miss your friend wedding. That is crazy to me. That's literally insane to me. And I think he was the best man, so you miss your wedding with the best man. Because, weddings, the actual wedding part, it don't last that long. The reception is what takes hours, people drinking, eating, having fun. But the actual wedding, the process of that is very short. I wouldn't have talked to him. No, I'd be like, thank you, you came, you flew that out for me, you dressed up in your little mink coat, child, great. But if that's crazy, that's insanity to me. And it'd be different. He's like, oh, I got in a wreck. Oh, I missed my flight. You can't control stuff like that. But you knew when the time was. And I'm sure he told you ahead of time what you need to have. And you still missed it. Like I said, I don't know if he could have purposely missed it for the show to have something to talk about. Like, it's getting insane to me. But it's a great show, but I just feel bad for the people involved, the people that's in his life. It's like, I feel bad for them. He's kind of like exploiting them in a way. Yes, he makes it be like, oh, I'm making myself look bad too, but not really. Because at the end, you try to make it how he was treating his friend in one act was bad, and then at the end, like in an actual show, like a sitcom, that always happens. Like peaks and valleys, high and low, conflict, but then resolution at the end. Is how all these sitcoms and shows happen. So for him to do that in reality, that's not always reality. There's always not a solution, and there's always not a wrap up. So that's another way why it doesn't feel authentic. But even with his friend, like, he made it right, quote unquote, by getting her audition. Then with his friend, he flew to him and then did his best man speech, which still seems selfish to me. You said stuff good about him, but that was for you to have, to do your bid for the show, for you to do your best man speech. It's just very strange behavior. Overall, it was a good show. Like, I don't know how many episodes it's going to be, and I don't want to wait, till all the episodes over to do it. I don't think I'm going to need to do a part 2. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's going to do something with his mom, whatever. Like, I know I see a preview of them, like, her praying the day away, which is actually insanity. The fact that she even feel comfortable doing it on camera is crazy to me. At least the dad trying to, be like, oh, I'm supportive, I'm okay with it. She's still like, no, this is wrong, this is crazy. He instead of focusing on his relationship with his mom, so maybe he needs to focus on the dad, because the dad, the one that seems more open to me. Like I said, it's shot well, done well. It's making him look very bad. And I don't know if he thinks it makes him look bad, or maybe he thinks it makes him and other people look bad, or I don't know how he feels, but it's not the move. And like I said, even how it's done, I don't know if he's purposely doing these stand-up sets for the show, or these are actually a part of his stand-up sets. But I know that's how his last stand-up looks. Like I said, which I did like it, but I don't know if I would continue like that format going forward. Yeah, just like this, because it was the first time, Like, I don't want to feel like I'm in a therapy session with you every time I'm watching stand-up. I just don't. Then when people do therapy on camera, how can you truly be vulnerable with a camera in your face and knowing people going to watch it? Yeah, it's different if you like, I just want the camera there and I know I can cut whatever I want to cut, then cool. But I feel like he had an agenda, like he have a whole set list or a set agenda of how he wanted things to play out, and he's doing things accordingly to make that happen, which is very strange. But that's a good show, but I'm just concerned for the people involved, because I feel like that's going to actually lasting damage. Yes, it's entertaining for us to watch, but I'm pretty sure that damaged his father. And yes, he is damaged, but that don't mean somebody slapped you and you punched him. And you punching him not because they slapped you, but you punching him because you want them to feel more pain than you. I don't know, strange, but bye. I don't think I'm going to review anymore. Like I said, I don't know how many episodes are left, but I don't think I need to review anymore. Maybe I'll do a short, possibly, if it's just that compelling, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same sentiment. Him having a conversation with his mom that she probably, maybe she do want to have, because maybe she want to get the word out, quote unquote, the Bible word. Although her husband had a whole family was cheating on her, but she's still with him, and I'm pretty sure she don't like praying over him, telling him to take the devil away or whatever going on. Child, but whatever. Okay, bye.